Marfoogle News going live in 3, 2. All right. What is going on, guys? It is Adam A.K. Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. Really alarming stories coming out the day after the Charlie Kirk event happened. Of course, people are scared to death. This is the quote by this piece saying that members of Congress fear for their safety after Charlie Kirk assassination. Now, one reason I do think that this is being talked about, and this is actually accurate, is that this is all over. Everybody is now concerned about Elon, concerned about, you have several different Congress members essentially having all of their constituents saying that they need to beef up security. What you are seeing is a lot of fear, like a lot of fear. Again, they said that both sides, including Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Nancy Mace, are canceling events. Now, that's the other part. When you actually go and look at some of these events, there are a ton being canceled. At least somebody was trying to keep track on Twitter. Somebody said that over 250 different events across the space, multiple different members have canceled their events. So that tells me that they are, either scared or afraid, that something may happen or some sort of response from this. So this is a pretty big deal when you see this. But again, it is also a big deal that people are panicking like this. This is a lot of fear, especially since this person is still at large. Is this same person going to do it? Obviously, we covered stories like the gentleman who went to the politician's home and knocked on the door with the mask and then was headed to a second politician's home. You have stories like that. Of course, you had the president had an attempt on his life via a sniper. And then, of course, with this guy got away. Well, somebody was screaming like, hey, look at me. Somebody else was jumping off the roof and getting away, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. It is absolutely crazy what has been going on. But before we do, I do want to remind you guys, make sure to go check out EMP Shield. We're completely independent. If you do want to protect yourself against EMP and, of course, a CME from the sun, then it is highly recommended that you have an EMP Shield on it. This is the same company and technology that is protecting agencies like DHS, DOD, FBI, I guess Department of War now, many more, including the military. So go over and check it out, marfooglenews.com/EMP. It will take you 10 minutes or less to put this into your vehicle, even less time than that for some devices like the Starlink. You can get it protected, generators, cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and even your home. marfooglenews.com/EMP. Make sure to use the code MARF. Again, you'll save $50 off per device, and you will have the peace of mind knowing that you'll be protected against both EMP and CME, a Carrington level event. All right, so there's new photos out. This big press conference came out and essentially showed us the video and everything that happened. Again, they are showing this gentleman, many of the pictures he's looking down like he knew exactly where everything was. Let's bring in my co-host / internet brother, Dex James. What is going on and how are you doing today?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello, Foucault fam. I'm doing just fine. That press conference, it was kind of crazy. It got postponed because they wanted Kash Patel to be there. Like, he needed to fly there from New York from the events from today at 9/11. And so he flew there for the press conference, and everyone speculated it was going to be a big deal if he was going to make an appearance, and Bongino showed up, he showed up, and it was kind of a nothing event. All they did was release the photos that they'd already released like an hour before the meeting, and they still said they don't have the guy, and they're just asking for the public to the public's input, which was kind of crazy. And that was it. And they walked away, didn't take questions, and Kash never spoke. They postponed the meeting for him to be there, and everybody thought there was going to be a big deal, and he didn't even say a word. He just stood there to the side. I think the governor spoke and another person spoke, and that was it. They walked off stage.
Yeah, as far as the new video that they posted, a lot of people haven't seen this yet. This is a video of the gentleman who is running across. Now, I say a lot of people haven't seen this, but people will. By tomorrow, this will be on every single media program ever. They're going to replay it probably hundreds and hundreds of times. But just to show you here, let me put this on here. So, yeah, so this is, again, let's make sure that this is the right size here so everybody can see it. All right, so this right here, I'm going to zoom in here. You can see the gentleman running across the roof right there. And then watch this. You see him basically throwing his bag, and then he drops down, and he essentially goes as close as he can to the ground and then drops and then starts running. Now, there's other videos being put out there of a gentleman in shorts taking off his clothes and running away from the scene. I wonder if that is true, that was the same gentleman. Did he have those kind of pants that you could essentially take off the bottom part of the pants? I've had.
He's wearing jeans.
So that the videos, some of the videos don't make sense. And again, are we sure he has jeans?
This guy, they have got video of him coming to the campus. They've got video of him leaving the campus. And he's wearing jeans and long sleeves. And in this case, it looks like he may even have a hoodie on because you don't see the white flag shirt on the front of him. It looks like he's got some sort of zippered vest on it. That bag, he's got a backpack on, and he's got a bag he's carrying, which I'm going to assume is a rifle case. But what's interesting, and we can't show this video because it's a TMZ video and they got their label all over it, but TMZ, you guys can go check it out. They put out one video from a Ring doorbell camera of him going towards the school beforehand, and he's walking with a limp. And the assumption is the rifle is tucked in his pants and up into his shirt. And so that's why he's walking with a little bit of a weird limp, because he can't fully flex his legs, disguising that rifle. But I'm assuming his backpack would have carried the rifle case, a soft bag case, and the backpack would carry the changes of clothes that he had. But yeah, on the way in, he's wearing pants, and all the new photos they released, he's wearing jeans, and that shot he's wearing jeans, and when he leaves, he's wearing jeans.
So, and I just wonder, because if you were a pro, and I believe this was a pro, that he would either have shorts on underneath. Again, he had cut his jeans. Oh, so look at this. This is oh, never mind. So again, there was a video of a gentleman running away and stripping off essentially clothes. Yeah, so here you can see that those totally look like jeans, right? I just wonder if he had shorts on underneath that, and he was, stripping down, because you would want to have your description changed completely.
In the video where he's in the neighborhood, past the woods, past the school, he still has jeans on.
So supposedly that's before, right? There's one before.
No, they have before and after. They have him running, walking in front of a house before and running through a dirt field after.
So if you were a professional, you would want to change your description completely. You would want to take off your hat or have a different color hat or have, a fedora, shorts. You would want to be wearing white. So I just wonder if he changed it up, because that one video, which I think if it is accurate, it will be also another thing that will be thrown around the ring of videos that is coming out right now. I'll have to find that video, because it does look like the gentleman, only he's wearing shorts. And that was I know he was, because the first thing I thought was like, that's the exact guy, but he's now wearing shorts. So I just wonder if he had shorts on underneath, pulled his pants off to try to. I mean, it's an easy way. Somebody's going to say somebody running away in jeans, and then if a cop drives by, they go, "Oh, that guy's in shorts." I mean, oldest trick in the book. So and then he got away.
Yeah. Two things: the video you're showing there, where he jumps off the roof. I found one interesting thing in there. We can play in just a second. But there's that video. If you watch it all the way through, he leaves campus. You can see him leave the campus, go across the street, which is where the woods are, where they said they found the gun. So that's what he was dressed in the whole time he was from that point until he crossed the street to go to the woods, according to this video. When he comes to the corner of the roof there, Adam, if you let it play, and I wouldn't suggest zooming in, because the FBI footage auto zooms in, because then you'll miss it. He lays something down on his left to the corner of the roof, then lays the bag to the right, climbs down and takes the bag with him, leaving whatever was on the left up there on the roof. So he left something behind.
And did the press conference say anything about that? I mean, like,
no. That's just something I saw.
Let's see here. I want to see the point.
Play from the very beginning, and they'll repeat that corner drop a couple times.
Okay, so he looks like it's the bag that holds the weapon.
No, the other side of his body. He lays something on the corner of the building. Then he lays the bag down above the place where his feet is. You see the corner of the building, the very tip of the corner of the building. He laid something down over there. He makes a motion to that effect. I don't
Yeah,
see anything left, but boom, like he just did something.
it looks like right here, right there. Right there. There is an item right here on the very corner. It's hard to see, but it's because the contrast of the roof, it takes away, it cuts out a corner of the white in the roof. So you can see that.
But here, so the other thing is,
You're right. It's still on the corner.
Yeah, and look, I'm having to make the assumption here that this guy is carrying the rifle in that bag. I'm making the assumption that that's a rifle bag, and it looks like he's got a backpack on. All the video of him walking to the campus, he just has a backpack and a weird limp. So I'm making the assumption there that he was hiding the rifle in his clothes, and because it would look weird if he was carrying a rifle case down the street, right? I think that would probably be ominous, and I think that's why he did that.
Yeah, he's got it right there.
If I'm wrong and what he's carrying there is a backpack, then the question is, where's the gun? And if that question is there, then how could he have left it in the woods across the street, which is where he's headed to right after at the end of this video? He's headed to that direction where they say they found it. So
the weapon.
Yeah, there's something's up with the narrative here, or he carried a soft rifle case in that backpack and then unpacked that case to use it to climb off the roof. Why would you do that? I don't know.
You would think it, and he probably didn't have time. In this operation, which is what I think it is, he wouldn't have time to put together an assembled weapon, right? To one of those compact weapons that you can put all the pieces together on site, like everybody has seen in the movies. I think he wouldn't have time for that. He would need a long weapon that was already just put together, ready to go, and then he jumped off with that in that bag and then dumped that bag. So what weapon did they find?
They found a Mauser, and is that a 308 or whatever, 30-07, 308, whatever. It's a Mauser rifle. It's a hunting rifle. That's what he was using. So they found it in the woods. They say Wall Street Journal reported that it had inscriptions on it, politically motivated stuff, trans and other things like that, written, inscribed on casings, etc. The police then said, no, that's not true. But Wall Street Journal said, yes, it is true because they got it from police that knew about it. The police just haven't released that yet. At least that's the rumor floating on that one.
Wait, is there new Mauser 308s? They have Mauser every other number here. So
I don't know the number. It's a 30-06 is what I think it would be. So that'd be 30-06.
So something like this.
30-06.
Okay. Oh wow. So again, this is something where
it's a bolt action, single shot.
Yeah. So he had rounds. He had one chance to do that. Otherwise, he would have to reload, and I don't think he would have had time to reload. He had one chance to do this. It wasn't like it was semi-automatic and like because the one that with the president, that one he took several shots back to back. This one he would have to clock it back. He would have to go chick 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 every time. So this was something much slower than say a semi-automatic, right? So this guy was a pro, man. All right, and then there was this piece put out, and again, I don't even really want to show this, but I did see this right before the show. They are essentially capitalizing on his perishing and doing absolutely tasteless shirts. This was a t-shirt company called Tell a T-shirt on X and online, markets itself as a brand offering unique, high-quality designs, now releasing shirts that exploit the Kirk's tragic event, including graphic imagery showing him with, of course, everything out of his neck. I thought that the people that stuff like this, and again, who's holding it, this is just more stuff to just get people fired up and enraged. And I honestly think that something big may very well come out of this. And then, of course, let's see here. We also have, of course, the updates were just complete kind of bunk. We had the video. We have so much more to talk about. In fact, over on Marfoogle TV. So you definitely want to join us for the next show, because we're going to talk about the 40,000 troops that are now being put on the border. Again, there's a huge event happening right now. There's huge updates with the war. While everybody's talking about this, there are massive moves made in World War III. So we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Make sure to follow us. If you're in the chat, just stay there. If you are watching the replay, you can go over to marfooglenews.com and find a full bibliography of every single article, tweet, video, picture, document that we show you here today. And you can, of course, find links to this down below as well. All right, you guys, see you. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.